Famous ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Rulers of ancient Egypt, who ruled after the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt by Narmer during the early dynastic period, approximately 3100 BCE. Djoser, reigned 2686 BC, 2649 BC. Djoser was an ancient Egyptian pharaoh of the 3rd dynasty, during the Old Kingdom of Egypt, and was the founder of that epoch. In the other name Djoser, Hellenized names Toserthras. The painted limestone statue of Djoser, was now in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, is the oldest known life-sized Egyptian statue of Djoser. Khufu, reigned 2589, 2566 BC. Khufu or Cheops was an ancient Egyptian king, who was the second pharaoh of the 4th dynasty. Khufu succeeded his father Senfru as king. He is generally accepted as having started the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The only completely preserved portrait of the king Khufu is a small ivory figurine found in a temple ruin of a later period at Abydos in 1903. Hatshepsut, reign 1478–1458 BC. She was Egypt's second confirmed woman who ruled in her own right, the first being Sobekneferu, Neferusobek in the 12th dynasty. Hatshepsut was the daughter of Thutmose I and great royal wife, Ahmose. Upon the death of her husband and half-brother Thutmose II, she had initially ruled as regent to her stepson, Thutmose III. Thutmose III, sometimes called Thutmose the Great, was the 5th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. Thutmose III is regarded as one of the greatest warriors, military commanders, and military strategists of all time, as Egypt's preeminent warrior pharaoh and conqueror, and as a dominant figure in the New Kingdom period. Amenhotep III. Amenhotep was the son of Thutmose IV, the 9th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. His reign was a period of unprecedented prosperity and splendor, when Egypt reached the peak of its artistic and international power, and as such he is considered one of ancient Egypt's greatest pharaohs. Akhenaten. Akhenaten is noted for abandoning traditional ancient Egyptian religion of polytheism and introducing Atonism, or worship centered around Aten. His culture shift away from traditional religion was reversed after his death. Akhenaten's monuments were dismantled and hidden, his statues were destroyed, and his name excluded from lists of rulers by later pharaohs. Tutankhamun. The tomb of Tutankhamun was discovered in the Valley of the Kings in 1922 by excavators led by the Egyptologist Howard Carter. More than 3,300 years after King Tutankhamun was Egypt's youngest pharaoh. He became king when he was just 9 years old. He died 10 years later. Ramses, commonly known as Ramses the Great, was an Egyptian pharaoh, most powerful pharaoh of the New Kingdom. He is also widely considered one of ancient Egypt's most successful warrior pharaohs, conducting no fewer than 15 military campaigns, all resulting in victories, excluding the Battle of Kadesh, generally considered a stalemate. Xerxes I, reign 486–465 BC. In Western history, Xerxes is best known for his invasion of Greece in 480 BC, which ended in Persian defeat. Xerxes was designated successor by Darius over his elder brother Artabasan, and inherited a large, multi-ethnic empire upon his father's death. Cleopatra VII, reign 51–30 BC, queen of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, from 51 to 30 BC, and its last active ruler. A member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, she was a descendant of its founder Ptolemy I Soter, a Macedonian Greek general and companion of Alexander the Great. Her first language was Koine Greek, and she is the only Ptolemaic ruler known to have learned the Egyptian language.